Hey, my name's Toni. Welcome to my channel if you are new here, but also welcome back if you're not. So in today's video, we're going to talk about that edge, how raw veganism gives you that special edge that nobody else has. I was inspired in this video by Shane Sterling, Raw Vegan Rising, on about how raw foods really do give you that edge. He was talking about that when we are eating mostly cooked food, or for some people, most, they're eating only cooked food, you lose that edge. And I totally resonate with that. If you're eating 30% raw, you've only really got 30% of that edge, 50%, 50% edge, 80%, 80% edge, and 100% edge. So I didn't really understand that before until now, after now over 3 years being raw vegan. When I go back to eating some cooked foods, I don't feel as good. And you don't always know this when you are eating a standard diet, even a fairly healthy whole foods, but that are cooked. And it was not until that you see the difference to when you go raw. This is why I encourage others to just go raw vegan. I'm offering a 21-day fully raw vegan challenge starting 1st of August if you're interested in that. And there will be regularly, I don't know when the next one will be, but this next one is 1st of August. Check that out in the description box below. When you go raw and then you go back to eating cooked foods, you really feel the difference. And the difference is in your energy, your mood. You feel more irritable. You see and feel the difference. You don't glow as much. And I see it with everybody that comes on my channel. What's the difference between a raw vegan diet and a cooked food diet? And they all say energy. The energy they receive from raw, living, high vibrational foods. And it makes total sense because when you cook, denature food, you lose all the nutrients, the enzymes, all those phytonutrients that you get from raw living foods. Just experience it to feel the difference. This is why we stick to the raw vegan diet. It really gives you that edge. I feel myself dropping down vibrationally. I don't feel as motivated, as focused. My mood certainly shifts. I feel much more sad, down. I'm in fear. I've succumbed to what everybody else is doing. There's a great story that Paul Owen Lewis created about the grasper effect. It's about a crab, and it's interesting, his story. Now, I won't go right into it, but you can have a look. I'll put the actual story in the description if you are interested in it. But it talks about how this crab called grasper grows only as large as the world he lives in and as big as the heart inside him. It's about where you stay and you don't grow. You keep doing the same things over and over, stops us from really seeing our true potential. And a raw vegan diet shows us our true potential. What most people don't know is the depression I went through for many years. I hated myself for such a long time. I hated the world, the superficial life that I was living. I hated my insecurities. I hated being in fear all the time. I hated the emptiness. It taunted me day in, day out. I was angry. I was judgmental. I was confused. I was out of control. I was eating mindlessly. I was starving myself, restricting, over-exercising. And then I would stuff my face with these numbing foods just so that I didn't have to feel and be in the world. These foods was the only thing that allowed me to disappear for a while. Most cooked foods have this numbing effect. They quietened the voice that was inside me. I didn't know what to do. I was hopeless. I was helpless. And the worst thing is that these foods are legal. They're everywhere. They're even encouraged. And as soon as you recommend a raw vegan diet, you're straight away ostracized or classed as insane or extreme. Because I used to say that about a friend. Although I wouldn't be as aggressive, but some people are so aggressive and they fight for their addictions so badly. And when you call them out, it's like they're face to face with the truth and they don't want it. Whereas I was always a little bit open-minded. I felt it was a bit strange for those eating a raw vegan diet, that it was crazy. But if you resonate with this in some way, experiment, explore, and see the effects of what these foods do to us when you've gone from a fully raw vegan diet to then these old foods. If I'd have carried on continuing doing what I was doing, binge eating, restricting, over-exercising, it was so unhealthy. I'm surprised I haven't got serious health issues. I was certainly destined to go into pre-diabetes for the amount of sugar and fat that I was intaking. I'm embarrassed to say that I used to have these huge binge episodes of 1 to 2 hours of just eating non-stop junk food, 5, 6 fruit and nut bars, 50 to 100 pounds worth of food. I was like a drug addict. It is a drug. It's addictive. They have chemicals. The animal products have casomorphines in them that keep you addicted to, want you to keep on eating them. All these additives. I just always wanted more. It was like crack. It was like I was getting this edge when I knew I'd made the decision of wanting to have a binge. It was like something took over me and I just needed to get that fix. Otherwise I was going to go insane. Then when I numbed out, felt sick, regretted it, saw all the wrappers, everything that I've done, I thought this is enough. Enough is enough. I knew I wasn't okay. I knew these foods were keeping me stuck. And those around me just thought it was acceptable. We'd have binge episodes all the time. I would eat takeaways with my family. I had lost the connection to myself and the divine resource of the universe. It was not until I went raw vegan of 3 years ago and took the courage to change the things I could change. Just wanted peace and fulfillment and not to have food control me. I remember sitting with all these wrappers, with all this food, this binge episode, crying, saying, what do I need to do? I asked, I'm not religious, but I asked the universe, what can I do? Why do I keep on doing these behaviors? Self-sabotaging. I knew I was destined for more. And then all of a sudden I felt this sense of peace that enveloped my whole entire being. There was something more at play. And this is why I work on not just the food aspect, but working with the heart and the soul. There really is a power greater than ourselves that can help. When I realized that, we can call it an awakening. When I went raw vegan, and at that point in that moment in time, I had so much more peace within me, knowing this was the lifestyle, this was for me. I began to heal and transform my insecurities, my confidence, my low self-worth, transformed my inner world. This went from pain to awakening. No more quiet desperation. I was ready. I was ready to surrender and do what was necessary to heal. You too can tap into this power and this resource. You've got to devote to it. You've got to get out of the status quo, get out of that matrix thinking, the programs. You've got to get outside of your comfort zone. Like the crab outgrowing his shell, now going into new territory where it's scary and all his friends and family was telling him not to do that. Don't go forward, don't move. It's scary. And that is the only way for us to grow. If you're feeling deep pain and despair, just know that you will experience joy, fulfillment, peace and contentment. You can go from feeling alone and separated to feeling connected. You'll start attracting like-minded souls. This is why I created a free raw living group for those that are on this sacred journey. Now I'm doing private groups where we can work together on our wounds, our pain, our suffering. You will be in awe and fascinated by what's available when we reconnect to our soul's deepest desires. The food will give you that edge, that you will return to the light. These foods have light codes. They help us change our DNA, they help us regenerate. You leave the old life and become this new identity. You leave behaviors, patterns, self-sabotaging beliefs, false assumptions, and step into the positivity, the love, the reconnection. You can take this road by yourself. It's challenging, it's lonely, or you can come together where we support each other in a community, a mastermind of high vibrational leaders where we're all supporting each other on this journey. 21 days to a new you. It's not just the food, but I'll be sharing recipes and all these ideas and motivation, inspiration, but we're really going to work deeper and uncover these layers that are holding us back. We're going to tap into the source, our real connection. In this higher state of being, you will know you are protected, safe, guided, and deeply loved. You don't have to live like a monk and be stress-free, but what we can do is be a high-functioning, high-frequency human being that whatever comes into their life, they are non-reactive, they are calm, they are at peace, they are fulfilled. We will never feel whole if we continue to eat dead food. No matter how much work you're going to do, spiritual work, if you are feeding your temple, your vessel with dead, denatured foods, this is what's going to vibrate and live within your body. If we are not committed to growing, evolving, and living our best life, we will inevitably search for and find other outer fixes, the instant gratifications, like these fake energy drugs, the food, the cooked foods, these highly stimulating foods that will continue to numb our pain, distract us, and keep us in a state of denial. But then we forget what our potential really is. Our dreams go to the wayside. We need to detoxify the body. We need to detoxify the mind and the soul. And that's what we do in the Raw Vegan Challenge. I am offering this 21-day Raw Vegan Challenge starting the 1st of August, where you're going to get the accountability, the love, the support, the knowledge, raw vegan chef, creating amazing dishes for you, or what you can create, sharing rituals and prayers that can help serve you on this journey. I will put things in perspective, will change the mind, the beliefs, the programs that are not serving us anymore. If you are interested in the 21-day Raw Vegan Challenge, then all that information is in the description box below. If you've got any questions, also comment in the comment section as well, or reach out to me. There's my website, rawliciousyou.com. That's where you can find all the information about working with me, doing this challenge, also offering retreats. So all that's on my website, rawliciousyou.com. If you like this video, put a thumbs up if you haven't already subscribed, and also turn on the bell notification to be notified of when the next videos are. Be, feel, and stay rawlicious.